Hello and welcome back to the Reapers. So we're starting a new series, and this series is F-86 versus the Mig-15. The versions we have a Foxtrot variant for the F-86, and that's the Mig-15 BIS, isn't it? Right, and we're going to do several of these, you know, comparing contemporary rivals. So these two were rivals in the early 50s in the Korean War. And we're going to do as many kind of pseudo-scientific empirical tests as we can. So today we're doing the easiest one, which is acceleration. We're going to do two tests. We're going to do a drag race from 0 knots up to a 6-mile marker, at which point there will be a winner, and he will have been judged the maximum acceleration. Then we'll try a 200 knot up to a 6-mile marker, just to basically eliminate the 0 to 200 knot range. Then we're going to do a whole bunch of other tests. We're going to do roll rate, turn rate, climb rate, dive rate, max speed, all of the other tests that we can think of doing that are roughly empirical, basically. Right, so Stahl, are you ready to do the first test, which is 0 to 6 miles from 0 knots?
Paper.
Roger, we're doing it with 20% gas with both of us. We're doing it with no flaps with both of us. There may be a dodgy trim moment as we take off. Let's just do a weight check. Cap can confirm that. Wow, I've managed to burn 5% gas. I've got to go up to 20% gas again, and then I will be 12.2 thousand pounds. How heavy will you be at 20% gas?
About 9,000 pounds.
So you're a good 3,000 plus pounds lighter than me, so that's a big thing. And that is a thing, that is a real life thing. It's a lot smaller jet. It was had a lot of much better thrust to weight ratio. And a slightly better lower wing loading. So raw figures and stats, that plane there was better. But this plane here was better in many different ways, as you'll find out. So let's see how these two compare in brute force. My prediction is that Mig-15 is going to smash the hell out of this. Although technically this had a higher top speed, the Sabre, that Mig-15 there is simply got so much more thrust to weight ratio that it's going to power ahead and stay ahead. Okay, Stahl, brakes on and spool to what you can hold. For the Sabre, it's 100%. Because realism, question mark? Tell me when you're ready, Stahl.
Will do. Stahl is spooled.
3, 2, 1. Go! Sorry, Stahl, I can't help it! Oh. Your mother. Kappas rotate. Kappas gear up. Just the amount of power you've got in that thing is undeniable. Did a bit of a shit takeoff, but it doesn't make much difference. Right, let's get to the checking gates. You won't be able to trim all the way down, Stahl, because of your bad design.
So far I can full trim.
350 IAS. 400 IAS. 450 IAS. That's the last boat we're about to hit. Sorry, carry on, it might be the next one actually.
Stahl is finish line.
Finish line.
Negative, there's another pier as well.
That's actually the 10 mile. We might as well go for the 10 mile, even though they're not really designed for these jets, because we'll hit our max speed before that. I've hit my... no, I haven't. My max speed is starting to catch me up, Stahl, because this is Mach 0.5, this fighter. Stahl's is Mach 0.2, 0.92. Cap is 600 knots IAS. So the idea of that is testing the acceleration, and the Mig-15 clearly has superior acceleration there. So welcome back. So that was the 0 to whatever, 600 mile an hour test, knot test. Now we're going to do the 200 mile knots plus test, which is a bit more realistic. Stahl, head out for a couple of miles this way. Then you're going to do an invert and then come back low above the runway. And by the time we hit the far end of the runway, which is our old kind of starting point, we want to be doing about 200 knots, which is about 320 clicks IAS. More like it. Nice and controlled.
Very badly trimmed.
Okay, right, let's just keep going exactly like this. I'm just going to get my trim sorted as well.
$390. Good enough, or should I air brake?
That's fine, just stick with this.
Right. You start at...
I'll do a 3, 2, 1 go, so to make it fair. I'm showing 300 knots, so we're all 200 knots, so we're all good. Just sort my trim out. Okay, I'll call this in when it's time. Get ready. Trust me, I'll match your speed perfectly. Okay, 200 knots. In 3, 2, 1, go. Full power. Let's go. Oh, what's this stuff? What is this? Look at the pickup. What happened to you?
Yeah, I can't throttle instantly and I need ages to spool. I was almost idle.
Right, no, that's fair. That's part of the test. Yeah, no, I was... that's interesting. That is interesting. Now, I wonder if you're going to catch me up. Let me know how far back you are and whatnot.
No, I mainly just see a plume of dirt in front of me, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Because I'm a lovely man.
I don't think I'm catching much. It seems about even. But yeah, don't forget I need to take about 1.5 seconds to do a full stroke of throttle. And the spooling time is endless.
Yeah, you've got a centrifugal compressor, so the spool does much higher. Right, that's the 6 mile marker. That's what I was interested in. Right, so that was interesting. The Sabre. So the Mig-21 won the first race. That's where he was allowed to spool all the way up to begin with, basically, and then let go. But the Sabre won the second race, basically because of spool time. It took an extra couple of seconds for that 15 to spool from we were flying on idle, pretty much. And that kind of is fair because, you know, spool time is part of your acceleration in a way. So that's an interesting thing. So, well, there's your results. Make you what you want of it. So that was the acceleration test done.